someone gave you a chance to go to LA for 7 days right now, you'd take it, right? Well, that would make you, me, and Alissa Pili. The Alaska basketball legend signed a 7-day contract with the Los Angeles Sparks of the WNBA today. This comes 3 weeks after she was released by the Minnesota Lynx, the team that drafted her 8th overall just last year. She now reunites with her former Utah coach, Lynn Roberts, and gets a chance to show her skills on a 7-day audition in order to score a more permanent deal, either with the Sparks or elsewhere. Now, Pili made a name for herself on the courts of Anchorage as a star with the Diamond Lynx. And she's not the only person with that last name who's led the school to a state title. However, her brother Caden is taking his talents down south after winning the D1 football championship last year, which gives Diamond a new look for its title defense. Now, that's just one of many fascinating storylines that'll play out in just a couple weeks' time when the 2025 Alaska high school football season gets underway. Practice is really getting ramped up this week, and Pili's replacement is getting comfortable.
I played QB my both freshman and sophomore year, and then junior year, obviously Caden, I made varsity, and Caden came out and was playing QB. So I've been behind him last year, and I was still working through it. So I'm confident I can get out and win the games and do what our coaches need us to do and perform out here for the team.
But the Lynx aren't the only members of last year's D1 state title game that are adjusting to a new absence. Across town, West Anchorage is taking its first steps in the post-Tim Davis era. The 4-time state title winning head coach hanging up the clipboard after 16 seasons, passing the reins to Brown Fa-Liga. But according to him, West still has continuity where it counts.
We're very young this year. We have a lot of returners coming back from last year's state championship team, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
Now, he made sure to note that his eyes are only on the team in front of him, but that'll be Diamond soon enough. The two square off in a state title rematch on August 23rd. Before that, though, they'll each have a tune-up as the football season gets underway with the first round of games on the weekend of the 15th as Diamond takes on Bartlett and West challenges South. All right, remember that LA invitation? Well, what if that was a trip through the mountains and coastlines of Europe? Sounds like a treat, right? Well, just one catch. You have to bike it yourself. Still on board? Well, you get along with Lael Wilcox. The Anchorage-born cyclist is tackling the trans-continental race right now. Starting in Santiago de Compostela in northwestern Spain, racers find their own paths to Constanța in Romania. It's all self-sustained, lodging, food, everything, and Wilcox loves it.
Oh, this is the best I've ever felt in a race. Feel fresh, and it's the sleep and all the good food and all the kind people and all the fun riding, so I'm getting pretty lucky.
And yes, she was riding her bike during that interview. The Alaskan gained recognition last year when she set the record for biking around the world in the shortest amount of time. As of our chat, she was in 3rd place among women in the race, hoping to reach the end in Romania next week. And the Alaska State Amateur Golf Championships wrapped up today in Anchorage. And that name on the top of the men's leaderboard is no surprise. If you know the Alaska amateur golf scene, you know Greg Sanders. He's won this tournament now 11 times. And a special shout out to Briggs Winfrey. We talked to him before the tournament started. 16 years old, doing what no one else could do today, shooting under par in the final round. Now, on the women's side, it shook out like this. Only 5 entrants, with former Athlete of the Week, Kira DeLand, standing far above the rest. Just a reminder, if you ever have a submission for Athlete of the Week, feel free to send it our way, and you may just get a shout-out like that. Now, yesterday, I mentioned that Bowie, the mascot for the Seattle Kraken hockey team, was in Katmai over the weekend. And if you haven't seen what happened next, well, here you go. Thanks to the Kraken for that video and for the dramatic music. And what a close call that was. I think if I was in that situation, I probably would have thrown off the head and ran for my life. But Bowie kept it cool and stayed afloat. That's how one argument settled. Sea Troll beats Bear.